Welcome back to Renegade GCM. Today we have a gameplay with Red Sanji versus Blue Nami. We choose to go second here. Opponent plays out their Kaya, drawing 2 and trashing 2. We don't have a lot of 2Ks in hand, but that's fine because Nami doesn't usually go pretty aggressive. The Luffy can only grab film, so we grab the Uda. Just checking their life, they're at 37. Nami likes to get down to 0 pretty quickly, so you need to make sure we're maintaining constant of what's left in their deck. So we have 4 Dawn here. We're going to go 5 into life. They give us the block, which is great. And then we're going to drop the 4-6, giving it rush. They have no open Dawn, so they're going to have to use counter out of hand. They take that first hit. Always a good sign against Nami. They're going to play their Nami that can let them search for events when they attack. We draw the 4-6 Luffy again. So we're going to put 2... No, we're going to go 6 into 5 here. We don't want to overcommit Dawn against Nami because the major way they counter out is using events. So if they have to overcommit to our swings, it's perfect. Here you see we went 5 into 5 here. They're going all the way up to 9K. So like that extra Dawn would have been a waste. 5 into 5 here as well. Up to 9K again. So now we still have 4 Dawn. We're going to play our Luffy. Give it rush. Go 6 into 5 here. They have no open Dawn, so they took that hit. Putting the 2K Kaya back in hand with Snake Dance, I believe, the trigger from that. And it looks like they put our Luffy back in hand as well. So we're at 6 going into 8 Dawn turn next turn. The opponent only has 4 cards in hand. They still have 3 life, and they still have that Nami on the field that can, when it attacks, it can look for an event, a blue event. It's a really good addition for the Nami deck. So we have a 2K, a bunch of 1Ks. Our goal here against Nami is just to pressure. Like, they don't really, our life is not that important against Nami. I mean, I have seen some more aggressive builds of Nami who run like the Usopp and the Zeph and cards like that. So, but this doesn't appear to be that list. So they're going to go 5 into our Searcher Luffy. We're going to save it. It's just a 2 Dawn investment to get a swing on. So they play their Sanji Pilaf, getting 2 cards. Playing another Kaya, drawing 2, trashing 2. There are 24 cards left in deck here. So we're at 8 Dawn here. We're going to put 2 on the Luffy again, just to swing 5 into 5, forcing them to over counter. Oh, they had a 1K, which is good. We're going to go 5 into 5 here again. Getting them back up to the 9 Dawn, returning their Kaya. So 6 into 5 here. It's a simple 2K if they don't want to use an event. They do. They go up to 9. And we still haven't deployed anything yet. So we're going to deploy the 8-6 Yasop here, giving it rush, and going 8 into 5. They have to take that. They had no open Dawn and no way of countering out. Passing it back to the opponent. They're going to swing with their Nami, just trying to find another event. They get White Snake. And we just let it go. So Nami's trying to go back after the Luffy. The little Luffy here on the field. We're going to give that to him. He played Sanji's Pilaf, it looked like, and then Kaya. They're just churning through that deck. We're going to play the Yasop here, which gives our leader a plus 1,000, making it a 6K for the rotation. I'm just debating, like, do I even want to put Dawn? But I'm like, no. We're going to go 6 into 5 here. We know they have it. No, they played the Kaya, so we didn't know if they had another 2K. They played White Snake, and they get it up there to counter. We're going to go 6 into 6 here, because the White Snake gave him plus 1,000 boost for the turn. 7. Here we got 8 into 6. So they're using their White Snake. So here we're going to play the Luffy, give it a Dawn, because we had nothing else to do with it. Give it rush. Go 7. We're going to go into that Nami. We're tired of them finding cards, depleting their deck faster. They have 14 cards left in deck. They're going to play a Kaya, Draw 2, trash 2. Get down to 12 cards in deck. Sanji's peel off. Looks like they're down to 8 cards, or another Kaya. Yeah, they're just like drawing insane amounts here. So there are 8 cards left in their deck. 3 cards in hand. 5 open Dawn. Yeah, it gets really scary when Nami gets down to under 10 cards left in deck because it's not hard for them to finish that off. We have 5 good swings next turn. They have 2 life. And we still have options of what we can drop out of hand. We have a 4-6 Luffy, an 8-10 Shanks, and 2 of the 7-drop 7K Beckmans. If they want to play a blocker out, we may be able to just trash it if we need be. So they're going to play another Kaya. Now they're down to 6 cards in deck. Sanji's peel off, 4 cards in deck. Oh, man. But they only have 1 open Dawn. So they really went with their Dawn here. So we're at 10. 4 cards left in deck. So a lot of their triggers will draw them cards. A lot of their events in hand will draw them cards. So I'm just going to attack 5 into 5 here, forcing them to give me a counter or overuse an event. They gave me a 1K out of hand. We're going to go 6 into 5 here. Still maintaining that constant number in their deck that we want to know about. 6 into 5. They use the 2K. They're at 4 still. They haven't done anything with their life or their deck size. 6 into 5. They're at 4 still. So they didn't get a trigger, which is good. Okay, so they put, looks like a 2K back in hand? Yep. Alright, so we're going to go 8 into 5 here. So they're going to get the counter up to 9. 2 cards left in deck. Oh, man. Alright, so here we're just going to drop the 10-drop Shanks and just make sure we clean this up. There's no way they have no open Dawn. A 2K in hand wasn't going to save them. But as you see, with Nami, you got to constantly apply pressure, but don't overcommit Dawn. There's no reason to overcommit. You're not trying to take her life in the first couple turns. You're trying to deplete that hand size. But just make sure you know how many cards are left in the deck. It's a lot easier on the sim than it is in real life. So don't be afraid to ask your opponent how many cards you got left in deck, because it goes before you know it. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.